Thanks. Obviously, you were really close with Norm together on a plane, growing up in your careers together. Can you sort of walk us through your day yesterday when he had to go away?
Yeah, I was by my phone. I was just kind of waiting to see. I knew those guys. It was a possibility. Norman and Kyle especially have been in a lot of talk. So it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. I jinxed them, man. I was texting Norm, and I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" I hadn't heard nothing. I'm like, "What's up? What's going on?" And he's like, "No, I ain't heard nothing either." And as soon as he sent that text, he sent another text that said, "My agent just called," and I think he got the news shortly after that. So just communicate with him and Kyle, and just trying to be there for those guys. I know it's a tough time of year, and you never want to see teammates go. I'm not a trade guy. I don't know if I'll get there in my career, but 5 years in, I'm not there yet. So those days are always tough.
Yeah, but you also know that Norm in the summer is going to be where you were last summer. And in that respect, he's going to get his pay. He's going to get paid. And you got to feel good for him to have the chance to do that. And this is how it's going to happen.
Absolutely, he did his job. He did his job, and I give him a ton of credit. He was kind of the odd man out a lot over the last few years, trying to crack the rotation and playing on limited minutes and short leashes, and he broke through that this year. Obviously, given the circumstances of the way this year has been going, he's been a bright spot. He was a bright spot for us all year, and he did his job. He put the organization in a tough spot, and he raised his value even more, and I'm just happy for him. And obviously, it's a business. You got to remind yourself that sometimes, because as players, we put our heart and soul and blood and sweat and tears into this, and sometimes you lose sight of the fact that it's actually a business. So on the business side, I'm happy for him. He put himself in a great position this summer, but obviously personally, it was tough to see him go.
I do want to try to sneak one in on tonight's game. You guys sort of got beaten up in the paint again, which has happened over the course of this year several times. And how does it get frustrating that it pops up every now and then?
Just gotta keep fighting, Doug. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, yeah. You guys write whatever story you want. I'm in the trenches with this team, and
I got you.
this is what we got, and I'm rolling with what we got, and it's possible. It's not impossible. Is it harder? For sure. Is it a challenge? For sure. Sometimes it feels like we're fighting uphill, but it's doable. It's doable. We just gotta do it. So that's where I'm at with it.
I got you. Thanks very much, Fred. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Doug.
We'll go to Michael next.
Fred, how are you? What are
Good.
your early thoughts on Gary Trent Jr.?
I like him, man. I've been a fan of him. Talented young player. He showed great flashes in Portland, in big moments, big games. He plays with a great enthusiasm and spirit and competitiveness. Nice size. Obviously, he can shoot the ball. So, I would like, to give him and Rodney time to get settled in, obviously. But those two can help us. They can help us a lot, and especially on the offensive side of the ball. So we'll see. He was 4 for 11 for tonight, but I thought he played extremely hard. Got good looks, and it's just gonna probably take a second for him to get um, uh, acclimated. But think about that; those guys were, in Miami yesterday or this morning or whatever, and make the drive or whatever they did to get here to be available for us tonight. So just happy they're with us, and hopefully we can get them up to speed.
How lucky or how fortunate do you feel that you didn't have to participate in saying all the nice things about Kyle the other night? And
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I was thinking that as I was typing my little message for Norm. I'm like, damn, I probably could have been doing this for Kyle as well. So, keep the old man around, and we're definitely happy that he's with us. So we gotta figure out ways to get some wins out of this thing. But I like the group we got.
thank you very much, Fred.
Thanks, Mike.
Next question goes to Josh.
Hey, Fred. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Ask Kyle the same question. You talked about Gary, obviously young guy, has already been mentored by some good veteran guards in Portland. How much are you looking forward to working with him, and where do you think you can kind of help him grow and take the next step?
Yeah, I think at least for the rest of this year, obviously he's got the pedigree, right? He's been in Portland with two of the better guards. Coach Stas is a great coach. Played with Melo. Obviously, his dad was in the league, so he's got the pedigree. Went to Duke. It's all there. So it's just more so about getting him opportunity. It might be a little bit more opportunity for him here than he had there. So he'll have chances to be whoever he wants to be, and it's our job to help him along the way, and just be ourselves and show him how we work. Not saying that the guys that he come from don't work any different, but just put him in position to grow and help him grow along the way, especially for the rest of this year, given the circumstances.
When you see him in the first quarter, pretty early in the first quarter, rip the ball away from Devin Booker, as a guy with the skill set such as yourself, that must be a pretty good first impression to make.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I watch a lot of basketball. He's got a lot of talent on both ends of the floor. He competes. He's got size. He's pretty smart, and I just love the fire that he plays with. So, like I said, it's probably we'll be patient, as far as what to expect. My expectations aren't very high, just because I think it's going to take time for those guys to feel comfortable. But I love what I saw from both he and Rodney tonight, and like I said, I think there's an opportunity for both of those guys to help us.
Cool. Thanks, Red. Have a good night, man.
Thank you. You too.
We'll go to William Luke.
Hey, Fred. What did you make of Malachi's minutes off the bench? I mean, you've been in that role before where you're trying to, in that 2-point guard lineup, really trying to crack the rotation and sort of carve out a spot, consistently. And what did you see from Malachi today, and maybe just on the season overall?
I mean, he had 2 shots go in. Listen, I like his decision making. And we were having an argument on the bench. Like, listen, everybody's looking when he misses, but if he makes those, then it's a different story. You just got to make them. So I think he's shown that he can do it. I've seen it, and he's just got to keep working and try to make the most of whatever opportunity he gets. So he's working his butt off defensively. He comes in, puts his work in every day, and he makes a few more of those shots. You're looking at a heck of a spark off the bench. So he's got to find ways to make him go down. But I like what I see so far.
And obviously we saw OG with I think 2 pretty important stops against Booker in the end. In terms of like most kind of switch capable or maybe matchup proof kind of defenders in the league, where would you put OG in that kind of category? Because it seems like he started the game guarding Ayton. He was guarding Jokic the other night, and now he's on wings. Like, is there a mismatch for him?
Yeah, pretty high, man. I think. Listen, I told y'all this before. Only person he can't guard is me. So, I mean, listen, the guy is unbelievable. He's been pretty consistent, playing at a high level for us all year, and we're gonna need that. And I just think, for OG to keep making steps and growing and being the player that everybody believes him to be, and that he believes, he can be. The sky's the limit. He's gonna be as good as he wants to be, and we need him to keep doing it. So it's a great luxury to have a guy like that who can guard, Jokic, Ayton, Booker, whoever, you name it. You know what I'm saying? So OG's been great for us.
All right. Thanks, Fred.
Thank you.